Jeremy and I are starting a business. We've got some surplus canopies, some camouflage netting. If you'd like to get hooked up with that so you can cover what you're doing in the backyard, we can definitely hook you up. Tom Zumbado is up next from our Planning and Development Services, and I sincerely felt bad because he really likes his website, and I wanted you guys to see it all.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming out. My name is Tom Zumbado. I'm the GIS specialist and staff cartographer for Planning and Development Services. Not knowing exactly what it was we were supposed to prepare, I went ahead and just made a quick overview of what my division does and all the different services that we provide to the county, not only with mapping and with GIS, but just in general, just so that everyone knows what it is we do and we can help in any way. So our division responsibilities, to really understand what it is we do in regards to mapping, in regards to GIS, it's best to understand what we're responsible for. Now, Planning and Development Services, we are responsible for long-range planning and development within the unincorporated county. So, construction, when they're building new subdivisions, when there's new complexes that are going up, all that goes through planning and development. Now, it's our job to ensure that development complies with adopted Salt Lake County plans, ordinances, and building codes. These laws are really the backbone, and they're the foundation that we stand on to build and help the county get bigger. Slow, not too big. This is why we don't have huge mega homes in the canyon areas, blocking up view sheds. This is how we don't have junkyards around our streams. It is because of development, because of these ordinances that we use as a linchpin. Now then, our services are pretty stock for a developmental organization. We do business licensing, we do building permits and inspections, code enforcement, development review. This is including land use applications and approval. And we also do long-range planning involving the cooperative county plan. Now, even though that's pretty stock, it really makes for a variety and a very, I don't know how to explain it. It's a very unique working environment because we are on the front line. Planning and Development Services has a very, very public face. Wherever there is a county, wherever there's a community meeting, there is a planner there. Wherever there is an outdoor event for celebrating a local community like Kearns or White City, chances are there will be a planner there. We have a wide variety of constituents that we serve. And that's just when we send people out into the field. When people come into our office, we get a huge variety of folks, contractors, developers, property owners, advocates, concerned citizens. They all want to come in and they all have questions that are very, very important to them. Which means that every now and then we have to stop, we have to back up, we have to refocus our efforts in order to serve our customers. Now, how does that work for our mapping responsibilities? What we're seeing is it's kind of a balance of digital and physical cartographic products. And this includes paper maps and GIS data and applications. I have a mantra that I've had with me since I started at the county way, way back in March. And that's that the best map is the one that is used. I've had building inspectors, people that have been doing their job for almost 20 years, know just about everything regarding buildings, the foundations, and everything it takes to get these things passed, who will come in and ask, Tom, I need a map. And I'll say, you don't need a map, man. You just go online. We got everything you need. We got the parcels, we got the layers, we got everything. Then we check it out. I'll go ahead and turn around. I'll put it on the screen for him. I'll turn to look at him, and he'll have these big, wide eyes. And he'll be scared, and he'll be shocked by the map. And I'll look at him, and I'll say, do you want me to just print you out a map? Yeah, could you do that for me? Yeah, I'll look it up. All right. And I think we've all had that experience. But it's perspective for me. Because in the end, I have to realize that for myself as a GIS person, I'm in a support capacity. It is my job to make my planners shine. It is my job to make sure my inspectors know where they're going. And the maps that I make for them, whether it be on the web or what they have in their hand, are the tools that they use. And so it is up to me to be like water. Everyone's seen that Bruce Lee interview. You have to be like water. Take the shape of whatever vessel you're poured into, and that is the best map. For our paper maps, we make maps for all occasions, and really, all occasions. We make maps for field personnel in regards to our map books that we create using our data-driven pages through Esri. We make maps that are used for government record. Just yesterday, I had to stand tall and look good in front of the county council because they had to vote on and approve a water source protection map that I had created not 1 week after I'd been in the job. And then I had to go and stand in front of this body and explain to them that this is all accurate data. Please don't put me in jail for perjury. So they are displayed in meetings. So these are the maps that are used by local community decision makers to go up to look at, to say, this is what we need to change, this is what we need to keep. Sometimes it's just for a public display where people will go up and go, ooh, this is where I live. And they'll go and they'll make a little pen. There is power in that. And as cartographers, as GIS specialists, we know the strength that maps have in giving people peace of mind and an ability to take responsibility in their government. We also provide maps for distribution. People can come in, they can pay a research fee, and we can produce a map using the information and the data that we keep as, let's say, in our database. That in mind, we do more than just paper maps. We also have GIS and data application responsibilities that we have to have in PDS as well. Specifically, the front line tool for all the people that work at the counter is the PDS Flex Viewer. It was a Flex Viewer before we got there, Mr. Davis. I couldn't do it just yet, before I'd gone to UCHIC. So this is the primary tool that they use to reference land parcels, to see what types of overlays are around the parcel, if there's any type of extra inspection, if there's any type of additional services or surveys that they have to conduct before building on this land. This is the tool that they use, and it all relies on us. I never really knew the importance of our PDS Flex Viewer until I saw it at work. All right. Another thing that we have to do in PDS is we maintain an SDE geodatabase, specifically the layers including zoning, land use, and community councils. These are the layers that we're that we're responsible for. In addition, we are having something that's called the County Cooperative Plan, where, as I mentioned before, wherever there is a meeting, there is a planner. It works the same for county-wide initiatives such as bike plans, and such as bike plans, commuting routes, and transmission pipelines that are going through the county. The County Cooperative Plan is very much like the UN. So whenever people start yelling and furniture gets thrown, there's a poor planner in there with a powder blue helmet going, whoa, whoa, stop, wait, trying to use the law as a primary reference to keep developers happy, to keep citizens happy, and to keep the great juggernaut that is the county development moving slowly and surely. It's a wonderful thing. It's great to see it at work. Now then, what's going to happen in the future? Well, I don't know. It's very difficult to see what it is because we have a vision. Our division director has a plan, but we're trying to see what way and what type of GIS applications, what type of cartographic tools we can use to reach these goals. What are we looking at? Well, primarily, we're looking at adopting Adobe Lifecycle for official document issuance, tracking, and archiving. We have a program that we use to keep track of all this information, which is not unlike playing video games on the old NES deck. It is very, very old. It is so terribly old and out of date, they don't even make updates for it anymore. Well, the time's come to change. And our division director has a plan to where everything and every document that is related to a certain parcel is affixed not through an arbitrary file number, but through a point on Earth. A parcel will change phenomenally across a span of time. 30 years, it'll be a business, it'll turn into a home, it might get bought out and become part of an apartment complex, but that point on the Earth will remain the same, which is why he wants to use this as the primary reference, to be able to have archives of licenses and information regarding this parcel, its current status, and then a projection of what's going to happen to it in the future. Can we do it? We can do it. We just don't know how, at least not yet. We're working on that. What are we looking at to hopefully reach this goal? Well, we're starting to explore WebGIS applications capable of increasing public participation, get feedback from the public again so they can have hand in how their county is built. And through that, we're looking at ArcGIS Online. We're looking at, excuse me, we're looking at services that can be provided by CitySource, anything that can help the public get feedback to us. And we're starting to investigate the benefits of cloud data storage and computing, again, to make sure that we can keep this information regarding a parcel, because the more and more time progresses, the more records are being recorded for a certain parcel, and the greater our need for storage. So cloud computing and storage is going to be a huge part of it. That's it. I'm down to 11 seconds. I managed to keep it to 10 minutes, but thank you for your time and your attention. All right. Have a great day.